Praise be Jesus Christ, now and forever. Jesus tells a tale. Two men walk into the synagogue or church, we could say, to pray. One, the Pharisee, or the well-known member of the parish, or the clergyman, or the self-proclaimed Catholic politician, tells God how good she or he is, what a good practicing Catholic they are. The other man stands at the back, eyes down, saying only one prayer, kyrie eleison, Lord, be merciful to me, a sinner. I've always been impressed, attending an Eastern Rite or Orthodox liturgy, how the most frequent prayer, almost a constant refrain, is the same prayer as the man in the parable, Lord, have mercy. It's a prayer of reality. It's the true prayer of the wounded who needs healing in the field hospital of the church, not to be told that their wounds are healthy, but to acknowledge their need of the divine physician. The church is indeed open to all those who seek redemption, who know their need of God, who know most of all they are sinners in need of God's mercy. That's the one thing that unites us all in the pews and serving in the sanctuary, as all the saints knew and proclaimed, the prayer of reality, Lord, be merciful to me, a sinner. It's the essence of what is called the Jesus prayer, constantly repeated, which has brought many to holiness of life and peace in contemplation. The prayer of reality is also, it could be said, the prayer of integrity, or rather the prayer of petition for integrity, the wholeness of being we're called to, where our thoughts and actions are in conformity with God's will. St. Stephen of Hungary, the first Christian king of that great nation, crowned in 1000 AD, writing to his son, the future king, gave him wise counsel on the way to integrity and reality. He wrote, "Be courageous, be not puffed up by prosperity, nor cast down by adversity. Keep humble in this life." That's advice we all could take, whether nobles or peasants. Most of us, I suspect, myself included, are peasants, although I do know I have one Nugget follower who is a noble. The man or woman who is humble and balanced stays on the straight path in good times and in bad because of their deep trust in God's mercy and goodness. Those puffed up by prosperity or acclaim or celebrity or worldly glory ultimately worship an idol, like the very Pharisee in the synagogue, who we're told was praying to himself. The prayer of reality is not a cry of weakness or despair. It's the prayer for conversion, or beginning again, the very essence of the Christian life. Our world, as I've suggested before, is very curious. It celebrates mediocrity and scandal, yet it's profoundly unforgiving over certain kinds of failure. It's always the braying of the mob at a public execution, when the reality is that we could all be the one on the scaffold. To proclaim our need of forgiveness is the prayer of St. John Henry Newman, which is also not despairing, but an acknowledgement of reality and an impetus to change. I am not the person I ought to be. I am not the person I wish to be. And I am not the person I hope to be. And we can add the word, yet. Brethren, rejoice, be perfected, be comforted, be of the same mind, be at peace, and the God of peace and love will be with you.